Good evening. I want to wish you all a happy Deepavali and season's greetings. This is a very important festival for Hindus, and since in India, irrespective of religion, everyone celebrates this festival. There are primarily two reasons why this festival is celebrated. In North India, this festival is celebrated as a festival of lights to welcome Lord Ram back after 14 years in exile. In South India, this is celebrated as Naraka Chaturdasi, that is, the killing of Narakasura by Krishna. Whatever may be the reason, it's a joyous occasion that we will celebrate. Some communities start this year as a new year and a fresh account. We have the fresh accounts. We have been unable to celebrate this festival with full gusto for the last 2 years because of the ongoing pandemic. The effect and the intensity of the pandemic has come down because we have managed to give at least a single vaccination to a large section of our population. Most of you listening to this would have done double vaccination. If you have not done so, please get your second vaccination done. Do not show any vaccine hesitancy. As soon as this festival is over, schools and colleges will open and be in full swing. Some of them has already opened. Let us hope that this era of darkness passes us and a new dawn begins as we celebrate Diwali. Happy Deepavali to one and all. Good evening. Today I want to talk about another Tata company which is on verge of raising money. You will remember that in my Tamil channel, I talked about Tata Motors raising nearly $1 billion at a very high valuation from the TPG group for its EV vehicles. And Tata Motors talked of making a lot of electric cars. By 2025, they will have 10 products which will run purely on battery and electricity. Already two of their cars are electric. Today, but I am not going to talk about Tata Motors, but I am going to talk about Tata Power. Tata Power is also one of the other companies where there is a problem in terms of debt. Their Mundra plant went fat in the sense that at the power price at which they quoted, they could not supply power. And since nobody was interested in buying power, the Mundra plant was shut down. And the losses due to Mundra were very high. But in recent times, because of there is overall shortage of power, the states of Gujarat and Maharashtra agreed to pay more money for power and the Mundra plant was restarted. But the loans taken for Mundra kept weighing Tata Power and Tata Power was a debt-ridden company. There has been talk, and this is why the Tata Power stock has climbed over the last 12 months. Tata Power became profitable and Tata Power has a huge portfolio of renewable energies. While others are talking of going green, Tata Power is already green. In the sense, they have 2.6 gigawatt of solar and wind power they generate. They have an order book of 1.2 gigawatt for solar and solar power. Also, on electrical vehicle charging, they have more than 1,000 charging stations already. They have joint ventures with HPCL, Lodha Builders, TVS, and Tata Motors. They are also exploring tie-up with Jaguar Land Rover, another group company, to set up a network of charging stations across the country from two-wheelers to four-wheelers. So Tata Power will be one of those companies which will set up EV charging stations. And when EVs become a substantial portion of India's business or India's transportation, Tata Power will make big gains. In Q2 of F20 of this year, that is the second quarter, July, August, September, the renewable energy business generated a revenue of 1,495 crores and got up EBITDA of 707 crores. So EBITDA is earnings before interest, depreciation and tax. So even before earnings, the company was having a very high EBITDA on its green business. So Tata was been looking to raise money from this. There were several ideas through which this was supposed to be done. It was originally supposed to be spun off as an investment trust in like PG InvIT, but for some reason best known to the Tata management, it did not fructify. Then there was big rumors going around that Tata Power would tie up with Petronas, which is the petroleum and oil arm of Malaysia, owned by government of Malaysia. They would make a big investment into this company and they would raise money. But after much negotiations, even that seems to have not happened. Therefore, the market was keenly watching what is the route through which Tata Power would raise money. Now, in the international markets, there has been a new style of investment called as ESG. This is basically keeping environmental and social concerns of the investors. So, BlackRock, which is in turn owned by Larry Fink, which is the largest mutual fund operator or AMC company in the world, was one of the first companies to go completely green. They introduced a term called as climate capitalism. What Larry Fink and BlackRock said that they would disinvest from all companies that used fossil fuels. That is, by 2020, they would double the number of ESG ETFs so more investors could participate in the ESG stories. They also said they would increase the sustainability AUM by more than 10% this year. And they said they will increase it 10 times before 2030. That is, BlackRock has confirmed to investors that if they have 100 crores invested in ESG this year, by the time 2030 comes, they would have had at least 1,000 crores invested. They also said they will sell their stakes in companies which have thermal power exposure. What it has already done is BlackRock has said that they have sold all companies which use coal as a source of their generating power. So they have voted against 62 directors in several companies where they are a major shareholder on climate issues. They have said that they will increase dialogue with 440 companies which are carbon intensive and whose carbon levels have to drop. They have said they have raised $4.8 billion for Green Energy Renewable Fund for 2021. This is the third such fund they have raised in this year. What Larry Funk has now said is that he is at the verge of closing a deal with Tata Power. They are going to invest about $750 million in a separate company in which Tata Power would have parked all its renewable energy assets. They have valued this company at nearly 35,000 crores. That means for a 10% stake, they are willing to pay 750 million. So this will value the company at around 35,000 crores. If this investment goes through, there will be a large scale re rating of Tata Power stock. The money raised in this case would help Tata Power bring down its debt. It looks like after Tata Steel and Tata Chemicals, the third Tata company, which was having debt issues, will also be able to come out of serious debt. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आनंद श्रीनिवासन है और मैं एक पर्सनल फाइनेंस कंसल्टेंट हूँ। मैं 2 YouTube चैनल चलाता हूँ पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में। एक मनी पेज तमिल में है। मेरे बहुत से दोस्त बोले कि मैं हिंदी में एक चैनल शुरू करूं, तो मैंने एक पैसा बोलता है नाम का एक हिंदी चैनल शुरू किया है। मैं पर्सनल निवेश के बारे में ही बात करूंगा। आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने दोस्तों को शेयर करें। अगर आप हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं तो पैसा करें। जो आपके दोस्त हिंदी जानते हैं उनको सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए आग्रह करें। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार.